It's 6 o'clock and there's breaking news developing in Hartford. There are 2 active investigations underway after a teen was shot. Then another person was stabbed in the same neighborhood. A federal judge has blocked the Trump administration's latest attempt to bar international students from attending Harvard. Yes, I'm here in Westbrook where the 4th day of searching for the missing man has ended. Crews just left here maybe about 30 minutes ago. I'll step out of the way so you can take a look at the area where they were just finishing up looking. I'm here on Park and Matthew Lane where officers have been here trying to get a person out of their home for the past several hours. I've been told that they are in a home that's at the end of Matthew Lane, which is a cul-de-sac. 20-year-old Richard Barrington will spend 16 years behind bars. In court, there were hours of statements from Garden's family and friends and Barrington's own family. We continue to follow breaking news tonight after President Joe Biden made the historic announcement that he is stepping away from his re-election efforts. A house fire in the town of Suffield claimed the life of an 80-year-old woman who neighbors say was a good person and always there for them. Now investigators are working to determine what caused the fire while a community mourns a heartbreaking loss.
If you do have to go out onto the roads, please take your time, drive slowly, and give yourself enough time to get to your final destination. I'm here on the campus of Michigan State University in front of the Spartan statue where students have been coming by all evening to take a moment of reflection. I'll step out of the way so you can take a look at the hundreds of flowers.
New at 10, New Haven superintendent is considering closing Brennan Rogers School to help close a projected $16.5 million budget gap. State House Democrats have introduced legislation aimed at trying to keep elections safe in Michigan. The son of a Connecticut state representative appeared in court today after police say he lied about where he was while a missing person complaint was issued for him and a 15-year-old girl. Connecticut is stepping up efforts to tackle the serious dangers posed by wrong-way drivers on its highways. Fox 61's Joe Monty has the story on the cutting-edge technology already making our roads safer and saving lives. The town of West Hartford has seen more than 400 bear sightings this year, the most in the state. Neighbors feel something needs to be done to keep people safe, which once again brings up the debate, should Connecticut legalize bear hunting to control the species population? California police are grateful to state lawmakers for passing a bill that will give them another tool in their toolbox to crack down on illegal street takeovers like the one that happened here in April. If you're looking for magic history and a little bit of adventure, then the Midsummer Fantasy Renaissance Fair in Ansonia was the place to be this weekend. From fairies to pirates to sword fighting and ancient instruments, Fox 61's Joe Monty takes us inside the fair's 14th season, where everyone from vendors to performers shared their love for this unique celebration. Every day, the North American Aerospace Defense Command monitors and defends the skies. But on Christmas Eve, they have an extra mission. Multiple evacuation orders are underway for millions of residents in parts of Central and Northern California. It's a moment 8 years in the making, and gamers are ready to switch to Nintendo's Switch 2. I'm here in Birch Run, just off of I-75, where law enforcement has I-75 northbound closed as they investigate an accident that happened this evening that unfortunately killed a trooper. I'm here on the corner of Old Cowcollin Road and M13 where a Lake State Railway train has derailed. I'll step out so you can take a look behind me. Multiple cars are on its side. Officials say dozens are dead and the death toll is likely to rise as rescue teams continue to search for the missing in Central Texas. Sudden flash floods in the Texas Hill Country left a path of devastation in its wake. Local Texas authorities say search and rescue is their #1 priority as teams work 24/7 to find any survivors. The Hartford Yard Goats hit a major milestone tonight after they welcomed their 3 millionth fan to Duncan Park. I'm here at Bradley Air National Guard Base where pride and patriotism filled the air. Families are preparing to say goodbye to deployed airmen, while steps away, others greeted soldiers coming back home. A powerful reminder of the sacrifices made both abroad and right here at home. Families
Families and friends gathered at Bradley Air National Guard Base Friday afternoon in East Granby for the Connecticut National Guard's joint send-off and welcome home ceremony for 3 units at the base.
I'm more anxious being prior service about him going. So, it's a first-time experience for him going on a deployment, going overseas.
Jonelle Nutter is not a stranger to the send-off ceremony. She has been to her share of them, but on the other side.
This kind of send-off, I was usually on the receiving end of it, and it's good for everybody to be able to know that you're not only sending your loved one, these other people are.
Now she is the one sending her son Tobias off. He is among the soldiers deploying with one of 2 Connecticut National Guard units. Members of the 103rd Airlift Wing are heading to Djibouti in support of Operation Enduring Freedom, Horn of Africa, while the 103rd Air Control Squadron will support Operation Spartan Shield with deployments to Jordan, Syria, Iraq, and Shaw Air Force Base in South Carolina.
I'm giving him little cues, little reminders. I'm worried about his safety, of course.
For many families, ceremonies like this offer more than just a formal goodbye. They also provide a sense of connection and support.
They see it that they're not by themselves, that family member is not going alone. You get to see what other soldiers are going with them. You get to see what other kind of family members are going to be left behind.
At the same event, about a dozen soldiers from the 242nd Construction Management Team were recognized following their return from Jordan, also as a part of Operation Spartan Shield.
This is what it's all about. Coming home safe and returning back to our loved ones and seeing our friends and family going off and serving as well in their own capacities.
During the ceremony, the returning unit was awarded medals for their performance during deployment. And while the focus is often on the mission ahead, National Guard leaders say it's just as important to recognize the role families play and the broader impact these deployments have back home.
It just puts a spotlight on the sacrifices that not only the service members are making, but also the families, because they have a hard job too back here.
As some service members begin their mission abroad and others return from theirs, the Connecticut National Guard stands ready at home and around the world. At Bradley Air National Guard Base in East Granby, Rayvin Bleu, Fox 61. Small businesses aren't just surviving in Hartford, they're growing, thanks to a micro-grant program entering its 2nd year, helping local dreams brew into reality, 1 cup or company at a time.
Yeah, do 5 pounds for me, because I actually do need it. Yes.
Okay, cool. Sasha Faye runs her coffee company, Ovell Coffee, out of the Swift building in Hartford, roasting coffee beans she was able to buy thanks to a micro-grant from the city.
I applied for the micro-grant. It was such a great opportunity because we were looking to scale our business, and in order to do that, we need funding, and that's always a major thing for any small business is funding.
The City of Hartford, in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Hartford, launched the Hartford Micro Enterprise Micro Grant Program last year, awarding 31 business owners, including Faye, $2,500 for their business. This year, the program is expanding, offering grants ranging from $2,500 to $5,000, totaling more than $370,000 in grant funding.
It's important just to make sure that they are able to help build on our local economy.
The program prioritizes businesses in low to moderate income areas and those that can show potential to grow and make an impact in the community. Any business with 5 or fewer employees is eligible to apply for a grant, especially those based in Hartford. Once awarded, they can use the money to start, stabilize, or grow their small business, something Nicole Porter, Workforce Development Manager for the Urban League of Greater Hartford, says is important for the health of the local economy.
Small businesses really enhance and strengthen our neighborhoods, and it's important that they survive and thrive.
The expansion of the program also comes with 2 new roles, a program coordinator and a merchant services coordinator, who will focus on outreach, assistance, and make sure no business owner is left behind.
Small businesses provide job opportunities, and we definitely appreciate what they bring in our local economy, especially in Hartford.
A program that Faye and her husband Ian say is important now more than ever.
There's so many funding cuts going on and things that affect local communities, there's really a big backlash against that kind of.
There are government entities and cities that want to support small businesses and continuing building up their future because, small businesses are the backbone of America.
Applications are now open through the Urban League of Greater Hartford. So if you run a micro enterprise in the city, this could be your moment. For more information, head to this story on fox61.com for a link to the program. In Hartford, Rayvin Bleu, Fox 61. A moment of reflection, remembrance, and respect. That is what Thursday's ceremony in New Britain was all about for the unveiling of the new Purple Heart Monument.
I wanted to cry. Still do.
Fernando Panico, a three-time Purple Heart recipient, gathered at Central Park Thursday with other veterans, families, and community members for the unveiling of a new monument that honors all Purple Heart recipients like him, a tribute to their courage and sacrifice, service members who have been wounded or lost their lives in combat.
I remember first when I got accepted to mine.
The dedication ceremony took place on National Purple Heart Day, a fitting date to reveal the tribute to the wounded warriors who quietly carry the scars of service, an event Stephen Wilk, another Purple Heart recipient, says was a proud moment to be a part of.
This monument is a beautiful monument as well, but it shows the support that is still going on and still going strong for not only just veterans, but specifically Purple Heart veterans and those who are combat wounded, those who lost their lives.
The idea for the monument sparked years ago, but after New Britain was named a Purple Heart City, local veteran groups joined forces to make the vision a reality.
To be a part of it is very important to me because it's a big part. Getting a Purple Heart, receiving, going to combat, being in the military is a huge important thing for veterans' lives.
A tribute standing out as a reminder that service to one's country often leaves invisible wounds, and those who bear them will never be forgotten.
You don't want the Purple Heart. It's not something that you strive for. People who received the Purple Heart, they fought hard, and they kept going.
Honor and respect for the people who earned it. They didn't ask to be the target practice. I didn't ask to get shot and stabbed.
In 2023, New Britain became a part of the Purple Heart Trail, a symbolic network of roads, highways, bridges, and other monuments across the country that honors those that were awarded the Purple Heart Medal. In New Britain, Rayvin Bleu, Fox 61. From LL Cool J and Run DMC to Biggie and Tupac to Jay-Z and Kendrick Lamar, hip-hop has found its way into the fabric of music and to every corner of the globe, including right here in Flint, Michigan.
When I first heard hip-hop, I thought it was just hearing the Sugar Hill Gang. I thought I was just hearing a funny story that rhymed, and I didn't know people could continue to do it.
When hip-hop first hit the scene in August of 1973 in the Bronx, New York, no one knew how big an impact it was going to have on music. But as the Sugar Hill Gang's Rapper's Delight caught on, it brought a new form of art to the youth of the world, catching the ear of future artists like Ira Bootleg Dorsey of the rap group The Dayton Family.
The music just caught me, Once I heard it, I fell in love with it instantly.
Bootleg was born in the same year as hip-hop, and as he grew, so did this new art form, opening doors for young black kids in the inner city, giving them an avenue to release some of their extra energy.
It was a place that I could be creative and tell my story the way I wanted to tell it, what nobody telling me how to tell it, and what to say and what not to say. I was free.
In an era where artists like Ice Cube, the Wu-Tang Clan, the Fugees, and NWA made their way into music history, one artist from Flint burst onto the scene to put the Vehicle City on the music map. In 1991, MC Breed's single Ain't No Future in Your Frontin' reached number 66 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, making it the first hip-hop song to hit the charts from the Midwest.
Eric Breed broke the seal. when Eric Breed kicked the door in and made it international and labels started checking for Flint, it made us feel like, oh, Breed did it, we can do it. You know, we make good music, we from the same place. To see somebody come from where you come from, succeed and make it, is just inspirational.
Once Breed made it to the mainstream and moved to Atlanta, he reached back to help other Flint rappers navigate their way through the music industry.
He gave us all the advice and insight that we ever asked for. He never was stingy with the advice, and he was always open, you know, for us to learn from. He taught us things about recording that we didn't know. He was just a giving, caring person.
Helping to give artists like the Dayton family an opportunity to make it big as well. And in turn, inspiring the next generation of artists coming out of Flint.
I think the city of Flint has the potential to be, you know, one of the biggest hip hop markets the world has ever seen. I kind of believe that, you know, we can really build an economy out of hip hop in the city of Flint. You know, I look at cities like Atlanta and I feel like they really build an economy out of entertainment. So, you know, in Flint, I kind of feel like we can do the same thing.
Flint rappers making their own lane into the genre, who say they are going against the grain and bringing their own style to hip hop.
Some kills, these will still be some hard shoes to fill. Over 30 years in the game, millions of records sold.
Everybody got their own individual style. People are themselves. So it's like that's really where it comes from. You know, it's just that people don't follow what's going on outside the city. They just do them.
Everybody kind of breaking the rules. We might not have a 16-bar verse or an 8-bar hook. You know, people might keep going. We just doing things we rule breakers. And that's what hip hop is about.
One thing is for sure, when it comes to hip hop in the city of Flint, old school will live on and light the way for new school to follow along, to blaze a trail that keeps the city in the forefront of the music industry.
Anything that incorporates the truth will survive the test of time. And hip hop has always stood on being truthful. You know, the best songs are the truthful ones.
I got all the smoke up in my lungs too.
So here's to 50 years of rhyming to the beat and another 50 years of the rhythm that makes your body rock. In Flint, Rayvin Bleu, WNEM TV5.